And good evening and welcome to Titusville Rocket Soccer. Tonight, the Rocket Boys host the Oil City Oilers. It is the middle part of September and already senior night here at the Myer complex. And we welcome you to our broadcast here this evening. Our coverage of Rocket Soccer this season is brought to you by Anderson Physical Therapy, by the Barking Lot, by the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, by Interstate Pipe and Supply, by Armstrong, by Oil Creek Plastics, by Community Connect Federal Credit Union, by Dr. Timothy Brooks, by Pennsylvania Hardwoods, by State Farm Insurance, by True Value Hardware, by Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning, by the Meadville Medical Center, Titusville Area Hospital, by Larry's Auto Service, by Booney's Sports Bar, by the Colonial Machine Company, by Corky's Pizza, and by the Titusville Beverage. And once again, good afternoon and soon to be good evening here from the Myer complex. It's Rocket Boys Soccer tonight as the Rockets host the Oil City Oilers. Joining me this evening is Mr. Gary Barnes. Once again, we flew him in from England to join us here this afternoon. Hi, Gary. How are you?
I'm doing very well, Luke, thank you. It was a little bit tricky at the airport. Wasn't too bad in the fact that there was nobody at the airport because nobody's traveling, although it did make it a little bit difficult for me to slip through the customs without being noticed without a crowd. But I managed to make it here on time, and we're here at the Myer complex in Titusville. And we're actually watching on the outside of the soccer field a cross-country event taking place. Certainly in Titusville, I think we're really blessed with such a sporting complex.
It's a fantastic facility, Gary, and obviously with everything that's going on, I think this is a facility that's going to be used quite a bit. It already is in the fall, but even more so this year. So, hey, big task at hand, senior night, and people are wondering, senior night in the middle of September? But you never know what's going to happen with the situation we're in with the pandemic. They want to make sure that the seniors are recognized, and we're going to be doing that here this evening.
Yeah, I think that's a great thing to do, just to take precautions, just to, as you say, we don't know what's going to happen in the future. Titusville's team is quite interesting. It's quite a spread. There are 6 seniors, 6 juniors, 6 sophomores, and 4 freshmen. So it kind of bodes well for the Titusville soccer program in that we've just got such an even pipeline coming through.
Well, we're going to recognize those seniors here coming up in just a little bit. Right now, we're going to take our first time out. Again, looking forward to recognizing the seniors here tonight. Our coverage of Rocket Soccer will continue right after this. And you're watching the Larry's Auto Service Colonial Machine Company pregame show. Rocket Soccer will continue after this timeout.
When it comes to your rehabilitation needs, you have a say in the kind of care you want to receive. At Anderson Physical Therapy, we are committed to your long-term health and well-being. We don't treat you like a patient, we treat you like a person, discussing your injury or condition and working with you on a game plan to get you back to better health. So stay on top of your game with a friendly and knowledgeable therapist at Anderson Physical Therapy.
Pennsylvania Hardwoods, a worldwide supplier of high-quality logs and lumber, is a proud sponsor of the Titusville Rockets. Located along Titusville Road in Pleasantville, Pennsylvania Hardwoods purchases standing timber and logs and some of the world's highest quality hardwood, which is growing right in your backyard. For a free appraisal, call Pennsylvania Hardwoods at 814-590-6730. Best of luck to the Titusville Rockets from Pennsylvania Hardwoods.
Since 1965, the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home has been dedicated to serving Titusville and surrounding communities. Mr. Garrett believed in tradition and commitment to excellence, standards that are still held to this day. He also believed in community and making Titusville the best place to live, work, and play. When you need us, we will be there for you, providing a dignified service at fair prices. This has been our foundation for 55 years. The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, 303 North Washington Street, Titusville.
And welcome back to the Larry's Auto Service Colonial Machine Company pregame show here from the Ed Myer complex.
48 years, Oil Creek Plastics has provided quality, service, and integrity to their customers and community. Their talented and committed employees strive to deliver to their clients the best products that are American-made. In that spirit, our high school athletes show commitment to their school and community, excelling at every event. In these times of uncertainty, community comes together. Oil Creek Plastics is proud to support the Titusville Rockets and continue traditions that are made in the USA.
Community Connect Federal Credit Union is here for you. In a world of uncertainty, isn't it nice to know some things haven't changed? Like Community Connect's commitment to their members and community. We are here to help you save, plan, invest, grow, and sometimes move forward into new opportunities or adventures. Community Connect FCU has many options available, and becoming a member is pretty easy. Stop in, call, or visit our website at communityconnectfcu.com and click Join to get started. Community Connect Federal Credit Union, 1050 East Spring Street, Titusville.
Yeah, I'm married. Doesn't matter. You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis? Hey, do they ever ask you what you're wearing?
Yeah.
Red sweater, button-down shirt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And welcome back to the Larry's Auto Service Colonial Machine Company pregame show. Gary, you had a chance to go through the rosters, visit with both teams. What are things you're looking for out of this Rocket team under the new head coach this year?
Joey Timon, who we both know quite well. He's run the ladies' soccer program for a little while, both middle school and some of the high school, and he's got an intelligent soccer mind, and I'm expecting to see a lot of passing movements to be developed by this team this season. I think Coach Timon's got a very clear idea of how he wants the team to play, and may take a few games to maybe get his ideas across in the because as you know, playing the games is a lot different than practice. So it's going to be an interesting season, and like I say, I think we've got some excellent seniors who we're going to be introducing shortly. Goalkeeper Joey Banner. He took over from what I think was considered one of the best Titusville goalkeepers that we've ever had in Braden Sprong. So he had really big shoes to fill, and last season he certainly grew into them, and he had an excellent season. So I'm expecting an excellent goalkeeping season from Joey. Frank Barger played mainly in defense last year. According to the roster I've got now, they've got Frank down as a forward, so maybe they're moving him up to add a bit of physicality and aggression to the offense. Last year, a lot of the offense was played by through Sam Rio, whom I believe you know quite well, Luke, and Sam often operated on his own, breaking through defenses with mazy, powerful, penetrative runs. We'll see if that continues this season, or whether Coach Timon will have him playing in a slightly different way. We've got Cameron Cleland, who had an excellent season last year in midfield, so I expect Cam to continue in that vein. And also we have, lost my notes here for a second, Cam Sainz, who is very noticeable on the field because of both his hairstyle and also his very aggressive soccer style. Campbell Sainz really likes to get stuck in, as the phrase goes. And behind them, we've got some interesting young players coming up. Connor Wagner, I'm going to be interested to see how he plays this year. Liam Thompson, an all-round athlete, quite a good baseball player as well. So amongst some of the real youngsters I'm looking forward to maybe seeing get on the field, Owen Ribb, very slight in stature but extremely powerful runner, and he's got a cannon of a shot. So all in all, I think it's going to be an interesting and entertaining season, Luke, and I'm really looking forward to it.
You know, what's crazy, Gary, is a lot of these kids who are graduating tonight, seniors, are kids that we've had in our youth program, and it just seems like yesterday we were coaching them and watching them, run around. It's hard to believe it's that time for them to shine and have a great senior year.
Yeah, one of them that's out there now, I'm looking, is Chandler Last, and I remember Chandler as being this really small, skinny, shy kid, and he's certainly put on some height there as Chandler, so it's going to be interesting to see how he works out. Burtis Frankie was, I think, a junior last year. I think he's had some injury problems, but if he can overcome those, I think he's going to fulfill some of the promise that he showed last season when he had some game minutes. Aidan Muir in defence. Hopefully, I think the coach is expecting big things from Aidan. And Lance Enright, I was talking to his mother a little earlier at the cross-country meet. His twin brother Cole is doing cross-country, and I said, the twins have split up this year, so I'm going to have no excuse to call the names out wrong, but we'll see how that goes on.
Still early yet, Gary.
Still early, yeah.
Well, we're going to take another time out here. We'll come back again. Excited to bring you Rocket Soccer here this evening. Senior night for these Rockets, and we'll get to meet them here shortly as teams are out warming up right now. And got a nice crowd on hand.
Yeah, and I missed out one of the seniors, which would be unforgivable. Ian Tudor. Ian plays, I'll catch up with my notes quicker as the season goes on.
Yeah, and we're planning on bringing you a lot of games. You look for that, Gary. Let's take our commercial break here.
Thanks for the rescue there, Luke.
Actually, you know what? We're kind of timing things with the senior night festivities, so we won't take a break. I do want to mention, though, real quick before we do go on, I want to thank some of our sponsors: Anderson Physical Therapy, Oil Creek Plastics, The Barking Lot, Community Connect Federal Credit Union, Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning, True Value Hardware, Colonial Machine Company, Pennsylvania Hardwoods, Interstate Pipe and Supply, State Farm Insurance, Larry's Auto Service. I want to thank Dr. Brooks in his office and staff, Booney's Sports Bar, Corky's Pizza, Titusville Beverage, Armstrong, the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, Titusville Area Hospital, Meadville Medical Center. Big thanks to all those folks. So sorry, Gary, you were talking.
That's okay, Luke. Feel free to interrupt me at any time. Not that you've ever needed permission. I've been looking over at the Oil City team, and oh, by the way, I do want to take this opportunity to, on behalf of the whole community, to appreciate what you were doing at this time. Obviously, with spectators being very few and far between, you're doing a tremendous community service, bringing sports games to the Titusville public, and not only tonight the Titusville public, but also the Oil City public as well, as this game is being televised both in Titusville and in Oil City. So I think, I know you don't like receiving praise because I know you're a shy individual, Luke, but I just want you to know how much I think everybody appreciates what it is, the service you provide to the community.
Well, thank you, Gary. Well, I'll tell you, we love doing it, and I think it's working with people like yourself and the Bodemers that we just, we have a passion for it. Obviously, you and I are on a board of youth soccer, and it just brings a lot of excitement and joy to see so many kids having such a great time and enjoying such a wonderful sport. And you've been a part of this sport for a long time. It's great. And I'll tell you, how can you not like a beautiful night like this?
Yeah, it's the conditions are. I won't say they're perfect. I always think of perfect conditions for soccer when you've got a slight rain and also a little bit of wind. But that's just me being a masochist, I suppose. But we've got a beautiful September evening here. It's very still. There's very little wind. And it should make for good passing soccer, I feel, tonight. So,
well, again, we're going to be recognizing the seniors here shortly. Looking out on the field, Titusville's got a nice-sized group of kids on the team, Gary.
Yeah, basically, like I say, the numbers, they got 22 on the roster. And like they say, they seem to be all evenly, basically evenly split between all of the school grades. So that's pretty good. See, we have an intruder in the broadcasting booth here, Luke, at the moment.
Yeah, Mr. Joe Thompson's going to be making some announcements and singing the national anthem here this evening. So looking forward to that. And it's just part of the special night here for these kids. Hard to believe a year ago, Gary, we were at Carter Field for senior night.
Yes, we were. And we were in the booth high up from the field. And I remember Joe singing the national anthem that night, and
coaching at the same time.
Yeah, and you could have been on the west end of Titusville and still heard him, I think. What a joyful sound it is. Check's in the post, isn't it, Joe? I say the check's in the post. Yeah, okay. Just want to make sure in these trying times we've all got to make a living somehow.
Well, speaking of making a living, let's hear from our commercials, our sponsors here tonight. A big thanks to them for allowing us to be here. And, Gary, you mentioned the challenges today. It's a challenge for small businesses, and we appreciate all these businesses stepping up and making sure we were able to continue to do this season. Our coverage of Rocket Soccer will continue right after this timeout. This is the Larry's Auto Service Colonial Machine Company pregame show. Rocket Soccer continues right after this.
Fall and football go hand in hand, just like yards and the products made by Steel. At Titusville True Value, we offer a full selection of Steel chainsaws, pole saws, leaf blowers, weed eaters, and hedge trimmers to prepare your yard for fun this fall. So get the full lineup of Steel's equipment so the chores are out of the way so you can go out to play. Steel, available now at your Titusville True Value. Behind every good project is your Titusville True Value. Get expert home comfort and installation with Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning of Titusville. Now is a great time to schedule an appointment to have your furnace checked out before the colder days and nights ahead. It's also a great time to ask Vanderhoof about the Remy Halo, a patent-pending device designed to neutralize odors, air pollutants, smoke, mold bacteria, and viruses. Visit Vanderhoof online today to learn more or give them a call at 814-671-3226. Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning of Titusville. Interstate Pipe and Supply means it when we say service means business. With a knowledgeable staff, full fleet of trucks, and large product offering, we can answer your questions and fill your orders, big job or small. Covering multiple applications and industries, we're not just a plumbing location, but a one-stop shop assisting homeowners and contractors quickly and efficiently. We are locally owned and make it our #1 priority to keep our customers returning and happy. We have been a staple in the Titusville community for 40-plus years. Stop in today and let us service you. Good luck to the Titusville Rockets this year.
We mentioned the weather and how beautiful it is. There it is, officially sunshine here so far, 66, 0% precipitation, winds coming from the south, about 4 miles per hour. So a nice evening here, Gary.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. This evening's contest is the Oil City Oilers versus the Titusville Rockets. Before we announce the teams, we would like to take a moment to recognize our seniors. We'll begin with the Oilers. Number 3, Cyrus Williams is the senior captain. Number 4, J.J. Glass, also a senior captain. Number 12, Luke Barnetts is a senior. Kevin Morrison, number 9, is a senior captain. And number 14, Jeremy Miller, is a senior. And now on to our Titusville Rockets seniors. Let us start with Cameron Cleland, number 10. Cameron is a forward. He's the son of Fred and Aaron Cleland. He has played soccer for 14 years. 4 of those years, Cameron has been on the varsity squad. Along with Rocket Soccer, Cameron is involved in track, varsity club, Ignite, Destination Europe. To underclassmen, he says, never settle for where you're at. Always be working to improve. To his parents, teachers, and coaches, Cameron says, thank you for being the stepping stones for my path to adulthood. After graduating, Cameron plans to attend or another form of higher education. Cameron's favorite soccer memory is making my first goal at Iroquois my sophomore year. Next we have Campbell Signs, number 9. Forward in central midfield. Campbell is the son of Randy and Jessica Signs. Campbell has played soccer for 11 years with 4 years on the varsity squad. Campbell also takes part in Student United Way, Art Club, and serves as your local friendly face at Subway. Eat fresh, Cam. To underclassmen, he says, keep grinding, keep playing, and have fun, because there is no point in playing if you're not having fun. Campbell also says to his teachers, parents, and coaches, my first 3 years in high school soccer gave rise to many skills that I can thank my previous coaching staff for. However, his final year with Coach Timon has taught me a sense of leadership. So thank you to everyone who has put time into helping me out with everything from answering questions to helping me decide my path in life. Also, a big shout out to my parents, grandparents, all of our supporters, and our awesome boosters. After graduating, Campbell plans to attend college for chemical engineering, hopefully at Penn State. Campbell's favorite soccer memories are the bus rides after home games, the quote-unquote pain game before practice, sheets runs, and also eating at the banquet every year. Number 34, Joey Banner. Joey is the varsity goalkeeper. He's the son of Ted and Lisa Banner. He has played soccer for 6 years, 3 of those on varsity. In addition to Rocket Soccer, Joe serves as his class president and is a member of the Envirothon team. To underclassmen, he says, work hard in the off season. That's where you will improve the most. Joe says to his teachers and coaches, thank you for the guidance and your time. It's been a fun 4 years playing for the team. After graduating, Joe plans to attend college to major in microbiology, and on to medical school to be a surgeon. Joe's favorite soccer memory is playing under the lights at Carter Field and shooting games at practice. Number 21, Frank Barger. Frank is a forward and the son of Mona and Frank Barger. He has played soccer for 10 years, 4 of which have been on varsity. In addition to Rocket soccer, Frank is active on the Rocket swim team, track team, and varsity club. To underclassmen, he says, make sure you keep up on your schoolwork and have fun while you can. It goes by fast. Frank also says to his teachers, parents, and coaches, I want to thank my parents for supporting me all 4 years, and to my coaches. Thank you, Coach Timon, for stepping up as the boys' head coach, and thank you to my other coaches for getting me to where I am today. Frank's post-graduation plans are still undecided. Frank has way too many good memories to choose just one, but he wants to thank his team for being there with him through all of it. Number 2, Aiden Muir, the Big D. Aiden is the son of Brent and Sarah Muir. He has played soccer for 3 years, with the past 2 on varsity. To underclassmen, he says, just have fun. And to his coaches, Aiden says, thank you for teaching a kid who had never touched a soccer ball in his life how to play and love the game of soccer. After graduating, Aiden plans to attend school to pursue an art-related career. As for his favorite soccer memory, Aiden says, I will miss all of my time spent joking around and having a good time on the bus rides and warm-ups before playing our hearts out on the field. And tonight we will ask Aiden to play with the fire of 1,000 dragons. Ian Tudor, number 15. Defense. Ian is the son of Amber Donovan and Jim Tudor. This is his first year playing varsity soccer. In addition to Rocket soccer, Ian is active in Rocket tennis and other sports. To underclassmen, he says, work hard and have fun. Ian says to his teachers, parents, and coaches, I would like to thank you all for working hard towards giving us the opportunity to play together in such a challenging year. Ian is currently studying computer-aided drafting and design at Votech. He has been in the program for 3 years and will attend college after graduation. His favorite memory is having fun on the field with the boys. Okay. And now to our starting lineups. Let's hear it for our seniors, ladies and gentlemen, and their families. Without the families, obviously, this wouldn't be possible. Now to our starting lineups for the Oil City Oilers. Number 3, Cyrus Williams. Number 4, J.J. Glass. Number 12, Luke Barnett. Number 9, Kevin Morrison. Number 14, Jeremy Miller. Number 7, Josh Hackerl. Number 18, Cameron Bradley. Number 15, Damian Fike. Number 19, Andrew Fox. Number 10, Jake Lederbach. And number 2, Drayton Dill. And now for your fighting Titusville Rockets. Number 34, Joey Banner, goalkeeper. Number 9, Campbell Signs, the Soup, midfield. Number 10, Cameron Cleland, senior, midfield. Number 21, Frank Barger, forward. Number 15 on your defense, Ian Tudor. Number 3, Samwise Rio, forward. Number 11, Liam Thompson, midfield. Number 5, Owen Ribb, midfield. Number 16, Connor Wagner, defense. Number 2, Aiden Muir, defense. Number 4, Hudson Freitas, defense. Please rise for your national anthem. There's a flag to the south. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Stream Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of Titusville Rocket Sports on Stream TV.
And welcome to the Ed Myer Complex. Tonight, the Titusville Rockets host the Oil City Oilers, and we welcome you to our coverage here this evening. And we'll mention our sponsors throughout the night tonight. A later start tonight to celebrate senior night and give the parents the opportunity to come down and see their kids. And I think that's fantastic, Gary. As we've been talking, that's going to be kind of hard to do for everything. So any chance you get to do it, do it.
Yeah, I just want to say one thing. I think if Joe Thompson ever gets a little bit of confidence, he could make a living at singing. I don't know.
He could go places.
Yeah, I think so.
There's your Rocket seniors on the screen as we say goodbye to them after the end of this season. And again, early senior night. But Gary, the reason, sadly, is you just don't know what could happen this year. It's day by day. So,
well, let's take it day by day, Luke, and let's just enjoy this evening because it looks like we've got a perfect night for a game of soccer. The Oil City Oilers have lined up on our side of the field. Rockets have just huddled and getting into position, and looks like it's going to be the Oilers to kick off. Referees are setting their watches. And away we go. Williams trying a long ball through, but cut out by Barger. Williams retrieved the ball well. He's trying to point to his teammates to make runs for him. Knocks the ball down the line. And good defending there by Ian Tudor. I don't feel so bad now I know that this is Ian's first year at soccer. Williams is taking a long throw into the Titusville penalty area. Ball bouncing up and down. And it's gone out for a Titusville throw. Barger's come a long way back. If he's playing forward to the right back position, launches a long throw upfield. Cam Sainz tries to pick it up, but number 3 Williams is there again. I think we've only had 2 minutes of this game, and it looks like that Cyrus Williams is basically going to be the driving force of this Oil City team. We'll see how we go on. Joey Banner placing the ball down for a goal kick. Plays it out to the left. Picked up by Signs. But a little bit of what I was saying before the game started there, Luke, when I said that I wonder if Coach Tynan is going to implement a new philosophy. You'll notice that Joey Banner, instead of kicking the ball upfield, started a passing movement in his own area to his own fullback. What a great ball through. And that ball from Berger absolutely split the defence. Signs was on the onto the ball, but unfortunately it strayed a little bit offside. Well, that was a nice bit of soccer there. Good tackle there by Wagner. Free kick given away. I think it was given away by Hudson Freitas there. And yeah, it looks like Williams is going to take all the free kicks, the throw-ins. I wonder if he'll take the goal kicks as well. I think he's lining up for a shot here, Cyrus Williams. Titusville got 3-mile wall. Williams hits it, a beautiful shot. What a good goal! Banner had no chance with that goal. Williams lined up the shot and he curled it into that far corner, giving Joey Banner no chance. And under 5 minutes played, we have the score of the Titusville Rockets 0, the Oil City Oilers 1, with a beautiful free kick taken by Cyrus Williams. Can the Rockets respond? Campbell. Let's say Titusville trying this passing game. Good clearance there. Hudson Freitas to the rescue. Well stopped by Tudor. Rockets are very deep. There are 3 Oil City defensemen who are stood on the halfway line and not a yellow, golden, brown and gold shirt in sight. Signs has moved up now. Well, we've only had less than 5 minutes of this game and Cyrus Williams is dominating it already. It's going to be a longer kick this time for the red gauntleted Joey Banner. Aiming for Barger. Frank couldn't quite get up for the header. Nice pass out there to the wing by Drayton Dill for the Oilers. Owen Ribb getting stuck in. Fighting in midfield. Nice turn. Tries to pass through to Frank Barger. I don't think Frank was quite positioned for it. Williams making a strong run down the left wing. He's going all the way on his own. Tries to push the ball across. It's going to be a corner for the Oilers. Can't quite see who's going to take it. Cleared at the front post by Freitas. And it's looks like number 18, Cameron Bradley, a junior who has placed the ball on the spot. Signs, nice turn. Rio was making the run. He was expecting the ball, but unfortunately it was cut out. Oh, mistake by Joey Banner. Oh, what a recovery by Joey Banner. I think he did that on purpose, Luke.
That was crazy.
There were a few heart-fluttering moments there, but that's a great... Signs has picked up the ball. He's in the penalty area on his own. He crosses it over to Rio. Rio shoots. Not quite the shot that I think Sam had in mind there. Kind of snatched at the ball a little bit. Wasn't quite on balance. See, we have a police presence with us now, Luke. So
that's so you don't get out of hand, Gary.
Yeah, we better behave ourselves. Miller with a kick out. Good fighting there by Rio, who was standing on Cyrus Williams. If I was Coach Timon, I'd be looking at this and just wondering whether we should be putting a man on Williams to follow him around. He's got the freedom of the field at the moment, and he seems to have the energy to run all day. Good ball out to the left wing. Rio tries to cross the ball in, but gets the angle a little bit wrong, and it rolls harmlessly into the hands of Oilers goalkeeper J.J. Glass, who launches a long one upfield. The chase. Titusville defense taking no chances there. Ball being hustled out of play. Bradley with a throw. Puts it inside to Andrew Fox. Fox tries to make headway, but Titusville defense stood firm that time. Bradley with a throw again. Williams with the throw this time. It's going to be a long one, I feel. He's taking a run up. There aren't that many Oilers in the Titusville penalty area. And indeed, he gets cleared.
Well, sometimes it only takes one, Gary.
Sometimes it only takes one. But you would hope you have enough defenders there to make sure that that one does not reach the ball. Morrison with a throw down the wing. Trying to find Williams. Oh! Bit of a physical challenge there from Owen Ribb. That was basically like a dwarf against a giant there. That's very impressive there from Ribb. He didn't care how big Williams was. He wasn't going to take any prisoners there. Williams with a corner. High one to the back post. Good header. That was a well-worked corner. Joey Banner read it well. It's a long ball for Sainz to chase, which he does. Gets ahead on it. But Miller sees it harmlessly into the back of the plate, and I think he must have called offside. Oh no, there was a foul that I missed. Campbell decides to take the kick. Barger needs to go. Barger's offside. He needs to get back onside. Frank making a diagonal run, calling for the ball. Intercepts in there by Cam Cleland. Thompson picks the ball up. Knocks it inside to Rio. Rio beats one man, but gets beaten by the second. Bradley trying to make things happen for the Oilers.
You know, the other thing, Gary, you're talking about a group of kids who have been playing together now for, what, almost 15 years?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I had hair then. I'm not sure.
You were out doing this at that age. You were playing and officiating at the same time.
Yeah,
well, not at the same time, but...
yeah, I was until my left knee decided it had enough. Crunching tackle there. Well, crunching foul, really, on Kevin Morrison. Barger being replaced by... Can't see the number, and my eyesight's not great for the far side. Kevin Morrison leaves the field for the Oilers. Replaced by Spencer Green, who's a sophomore. Spencer going into the left back position. Williams leaving this free kick to number 7, Josh Herkel, who's the junior captain for the Oilers. Josh hits it to the penalty area, but that's going to go through to Joey. Banner makes some headway in his own penalty area. Launches the high kick for Sainz and Rio to chase. Sainz is underneath it, but so is Spencer Green, who I think fouled Sainz there. Well, bit of hometown bias from me there. The free kick has gone the Oilers' way. Herkel had launched a big one down the field. Or to the right wing. It's a nice head on there. Good cross. Banner is being given a workout this evening, Luke, isn't he?
He is.
And, but apart from that unstoppable shot, he's dealt with everything very well. Okay, Rio trying to push through the fast Herkel. He gets past him, but recovery by number 8, Micah Fry, another freshman. Referee not happy with Rio's aggressiveness there. Cam wins the ball, heads it up. Titusville looking to pounce. Things not quite happening for the Rockets up front just at the moment. Jace Eaton is the player that came on to replace Frank Barger. Williams plays a nice ball out to the left wing. Just had too much on it for... should be a Titusville throw. Had too much on it for number 12, Luke Barnett's there. Rib with the throw. Nice throw to Sainz. Sainz back to trying to find Rib again, or... I said before the game started, I was looking forward to some aggressive play from Sainz. We're certainly seeing it tonight, Luke. That's a player that's putting his body on the line for the cause. Lofted into the penalty area there by Cam Cleland, but nobody was chasing the ball. Signs, good tackle. Nice interplay between Signs and Rib. And Rio's on. Rio shoots. Rio misses. And he's a little bit upset with himself. Sam needs to calm down. Sign of a good striker. You missed one, you calm down, you get the next one.
He gets that from his mother.
No way am I going to make a comment there. Liam Thompson almost intercepted the ball. Rib beginning to have a bit of an influence on this game now. Foul throw. Oil City player lifted up his foot as he was throwing the ball. Both feet have to stay on the ground. Liam Thompson now with the ball. Nice interplay there from Titusville players. Thompson really battling for the ball, showing a lot of aggressiveness. As is Rib, who is definitely beginning to have an influence, starting to have an influence on this game, Owen Rib. Titusville finding some nice little passing movements. Rib kills the ball with the outside of his foot. Tries to take it past number 5, Sawyer Cavillin, but Sawyer read the ball. I think it's been an entertaining first almost 20 minutes, Luke. That early goal by Williams separating the teams, but after, like I say, I don't think Titusville were in the game for the first 5 minutes. They've certainly battled their way back into this game, and it's a much more even contest than at the start of the game.
Yeah, you know, and Gary, that's probably a good time to try to take advantage of a situation when you just start the game trying to figure out everything. And
Rio on the run. Ball just hit a bit too far. Glass hits it down. Nice touch there. Logan Fish trying to go in. Signs, all action signs in the fighting in the middle of the park. Good head out. Nice tackle, Campbell. And again, excellent play there. But chance now for the Oilers. Broken up by the Titusville defense. Williams trying to be tricky, but Freitas was having absolutely none of it. Good play.
Yeah, good defense.
Drayton Dill, the ball, trying to pass the ball through to Cameron Bradley. Didn't quite come off for them. And the Rockets bring it down to left wing. It's that man Signs again, who seems to be involved in all of the good work that Titusville have done so far this evening. So Sam Rio's probably had the best 2 chances so far for the Titusville Rockets, and if I could give him a little bit of advice, he just needs to calm a little, take a breath, set himself up before taking a shot.
I said to him the other night, Gary, I said, are you having fun? Go out and have fun.
Well, it looks like he's having fun now. Oh, he's pushed the ball a little bit too far. He can cross it to Thompson. Didn't quite wrap his foot around the ball enough. But that was much better. You can see the coach is on the far side with the hands down, pushing the hands down to Rio, just telling him to just take your time. Cam Signs, nice ball through. Ooh. Unfortunately for the Rockets, cut out by Miller, who starting to have a good game, show some good touches at the back for the Oilers.
Good little stab there from Campbell.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's his hairdo this season.
Not a subject that I'm an expert on, I'm afraid, Luke. Miller tried to take it past Thompson, but Thompson knocks it out of play. And Jerry Miller waiting for the throw as Oil City make 2 substitutions. Knocks in there Cyrus Williams. Cyrus wins the throw. Can be taking himself by the looks of things. And impatient with his teammates, telling him where to go. At last, Bradley makes a run, but cleared by the Rockets. Good interception, strong interception there by Miller.
Watched the Rockets play a little bit Saturday, Gary, against Meadville, and I got to say they look a lot better tonight. They look like they have a little more energy, playing together a little bit better.
Thompson's through. Nice push ball. He's going to shoot. Oh, unfortunately for Liam, the ball bobbled just as he was about to shoot. That's what I did when I was a forward. I always blamed the ground or, if I missed. Yeah.
What was your favorite position to play?
It depended, actually. When I started out, I played on the left wing because, believe it or not, I was quite fast.
I believe it.
And I had a strong left foot. Rio going in strong, winning the ball, gets a good shot in. And a bit too aggressive for the referee's liking. And then when I was a little bit older, I played for my cousin's team. I was a 16-year-old and everybody else's age was average 25. Yeah, I also played for the school, but as I got a bit older, I was greedy goal-scoring centre forward. Signs and Rib are trying to play these probing balls through at the moment to Thompson and Rio. I think Rio's gone off for now. Ball gets pushed out.
Here's the other thing, Gary, that nice save there by Liam.
Yeah.
The kids just went back to school Monday.
Good ball through, offside. But you can see what the Titusville midfield is trying to do, and again, I think that's Coach Tynan's coaching. Trying to play these careful balls through midfield onto the feet of the forwards. And I think you can see some of his coaching philosophy starting to come through here. Signs has been a star. That's a beautiful ball to Rio. Rio's got a chance. Rio shoots. Good save by Glass. Again, what I'd say there, Sam needs to just steady himself, get his balance right, and really put his foot through the ball. He's not really caught one properly yet, but it will come, I'm sure.
Well, I think a lot of that, Gary, again, has to do with him just going out and having some fun and not overthinking it. And we tried to have that conversation the other night, but you can only lock your kids in a cage so many times before.
Oh, no, there's no limit.
Oh, they're okay. You're on the grandkids now. So.
This is true, yeah. Yeah, one of my grandkids earlier in the cross-country meet.
How'd that go, Gary?
Well, I only saw the start and the middle, you know, and then I had to come over here. Titusville playing some nice football soccer through the middle of the field there. And this man Ribs, good throw, looking for Sam and Liam. I think you need to get Sam to grow his hair again. Under Freitas, he's having quite an impactful game in that Titusville defense. Certainly seems to be leading the way. Jeremy Miller doing the same job but Thompson's robbed him. Thompson's in on goal. Thompson shoots. Thompson puts the ball past the post. Well, Titusville have had 4 clear shooting opportunities, and not one of them has really tested the goalkeeper yet, Luke, which I'm sure you know, we're all finding a little bit disappointing. And apart from that wonder free kick from Cyrus Williams, I don't really think that Joey Banner has been troubled too much this half. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, except for the little fluke at the beginning. Not to say it's a fluke, because you know Oil City's got some very talented kids.
Yeah.
I think it's just one of those things where both teams are just, you know, they're trying to get out there and get some things figured out.
Yeah. It's a good cross to the middle.
Wow.
Well, the Titusville defense went to sleep there. Nobody seemed to realize that number 12, Luke Barnett, was coming in on the blind side, and fortunately, somehow Logan Fish managed to get a foot on the ball, and I thought it was going to be an own goal. It looked like it was going to go in the goal, and Joey Banner got down and made a really good save. Well, that's what happens when you say that Titusville goalkeeper's not really had a lot to do so far, and immediately has to come to the rescue of his team.
Well, I'll tell you, you mentioned Braden Sprong, and Joey Banner, you know, got to play with him and picked up a few things from him.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a kid there, Gary, who had a lot of fun in that position. Somebody who wanted to be a forward ended up being a goalie, you know, and just made the best out of it. It was awesome to watch.
Yeah, he was.
Banner's awesome to watch, too.
Different type. I think Joey's much more physically imposing, and, you know, goalkeepers can intimidate forwards. And Braden was much more, I think, instinctive, athletic, you know, reflexes were razor sharp.
Boy, he could get some height.
Well, if you remember, I had the Sprong Spring
That's
commentary.
right. Classic Gary Barnes commentary right there.
Campbell Science plays a neat football there. You can see what Titusville are trying to do. They're not just kicking the ball aimlessly. They're looking for each other, making that pass, and they're looking for that ball just over the top of the defense for forwards to run onto. Cyrus Williams on the right wing now.
Cyrus Williams, senior captain for the Oilers, number 3. Also J.J. Glass, senior captain. Luke Barnett's senior. Kevin Morrison, senior captain. Jeremy Miller, senior for the Oilers.
Williams not quite as effective as he was early on in this game, and I think one of the reasons why is that to me he seems to overdo some of the fancy tricks. Sometimes, you know, there's definitely room for them in the game, but not all the time. Sometimes you just need to do the simple things and lay a ball off to to your teammates. But now he's running through. Nice dribble there by Cyrus. We won't talk about the ending. That's the epitome of a forward being disappointed in the finish. He's quite a physical specimen, isn't he, Cyrus Williams? I mean, has he got a coat hanger in the back of that jersey? So, definitely got broad shoulders. Cam Cleland knocking. Oh, that's a beautiful ball through to Sam Rio. Absolutely whoos past the defence, and good save by JJ Glass. But you have to say that the shot was right at him. And Frank Barger is having a word with Sam Rio. Doing a captain's job there, Frank. Just telling Sam, hey, just take it easy.
Yeah, Frank Barger has really grown over the years, and it's been fun watching him in soccer, at the pool for swimming, at the track.
And Frank, I think that was a... I'll give Frank the benefit of the doubt there. I'll say that was a cross, not a shot.
There you go.
He played, we watched, I think it might have been the senior game last year at Carter Field. And I remember saying he played one of the passes of the season for one of the Titusville Rocket goals. Ball picked up by Drayton Dill. Presumably his friends call him DD. But that's, I think, 5 times where a ball has been successfully played over Oil City's back line. And we've had Titusville players having runs at goal. And that tactic surely will pay off one of these times. I'm pretty sure Titusville coaching staff are a little bit disappointed that they're not actually on the score sheet yet. Sainz and Miller, 2 of the game's outstanding players so far, battling it out. Campbell wins the corner. Frank Barger wants it played short to him, but the chance is gone. Cam's adjusting his socks there. You got to have properly adjusted socks before you take a free kick. It's a low one. But and eventually it was a goal kick. Andrew Fox cut out that attempted play where Sainz was trying to play the ball to the edge of the penalty area where one of the Titusville Rocket forwards could come in and have a shot. But Fox read the play for the Oilers and basically put a stop to that particular strategy. Not mentioned Cam Cleland a lot in this game, but you'll kind of notice he's playing midfield, but he's the most defensive midfield player that the Titusville Rockets have.
Well, he's the reason why you're seeing so much action down here.
He's screening so that so far Rib and Sainz can move forward. Okay, Rio's on one of his trademark runs. Rio's through. Can he score this time? And, well, unfortunately, he lost his balance.
Here, as a coach, I'd yank him right now. I'd pull him off and have a talk with him.
Yeah, I think temperamentally he needs to maybe sit down. He's getting too down on himself. But let's not take anything away from that excellent penetrative run. Certainly when Rio gets the ball at his feet and he sees a little bit of space. He kind of darts in like a, like a groundhog diving into a hole. And, manages to create a lot for himself. Banner goes down. I don't think Joey saw that ball coming. That was pure instinct. The ball travelled through a ruck of players. Banner saw it in the last minute. Rio's going to make one of his runs again. He's got Frankie in the middle if you can see him. Plays it back to Barger. And Barger scores a field goal. So I'll make that 3 points to the Rockets and 1 goal to the Oilers. It's one of those plays where you take a swing to the ball. If it comes up, you look like a world beater. Well, I was saying we hadn't seen much of Cameron Cleland there, but he came forward there. Like I was saying earlier, Luke, so the Cam's kind of laying the brickwork for basically his fellow midfield players to go and play attacking roles. So he's kind of playing a holding role at the moment. Chandler last on the field. Nice turn and nice play. Plays in signs. Plays the ball over the top looking for Rio. But well cut out, well defended by Josh Hackle. I hope I'm pronouncing Josh's name correctly. If I'm not, I do apologize. And Chandler, after that fine piece of footwork on the right side of the Titusville Rocket field, goes off and is replaced by Owen Ribb, who's had himself a little bit of a rest. Cyrus Williams making a powerful run. Now that's what the coach wants to see. Cyrus, oh, excellent save. I think Joey might have glue on those gloves, but he must have gone behind for a corner beforehand. Didn't Deadpool wear those gloves that Joey's wearing?
Autographed and everything, Gary.
He's got superhero gloves on, and why not? He's been a superhero for the Titusville Rockets in goal. Sam Rio. Sam wisely waiting for runners to come. Plays an excellent ball down the right wing. Frank Barger's in on goal. Frank's going to shoot. The Titusville Rockets have definitely left their shooting boots back in the locker room. I hope they pick them up at halftime.
I saw a smile on Sam's face as he was talking to one of the Oilers, somebody he must know. They were having a little bit of a laugh, so hopefully he settles down a little bit and just starts enjoying himself. We've seen that a lot with players, Gary. You get so focused into it, and sometimes you forget just to kind of enjoy it.
Have fun, yeah, that's what you're out here for. What a shot! Well, it wasn't as powerful as I thought. Didn't have quite as much pace on it as it looked as though when it left his boot, but it shows he's willing to have a go from anywhere.
Final minute here in the first half.
It's gone by really quickly, Luke. You know, there's been no lull in plays or anything. Rio surrounded by 3 players. This time he must score. Well, I just thought, as the previous chances, he'd been free and on his own, but being surrounded by 3 defenders.
Make it more challenging.
That would make a difference, yes.
Luckily, we're not getting that 30-degree weather here tonight as that sun goes down. It's getting chilly.
Yeah, it is. Barger on the right wing, Rio in the middle. Oh! Well, interesting, a coming together there of Frank Barger and Kevin Morrison. I don't actually think it was a penalty, to be honest.
What would institute a penalty there, Gary?
Well, if Morrison had deliberately put his leg out for, it's an own goal. No, referee's disallowed it. The referee disallowed.
Wow.
The goal. Ball was ricocheting immediately. I don't know. Maybe he called half time before the ball went in the net. I don't know. We might have to look at that one again, Luke.
Well, here it is, Gary, and it is half. So before we go to break, let's take a quick look at this. But
yeah, Camel takes the corner and slips in the process. J.J. Glass goes up for it. Luke Rio, I have no idea why that's disallowed. The Oil City player kicked the ball onto his fellow defender, which bounced back in the net. So, yeah, maybe we'll find out why the goal was disallowed.
wow.
I will go and ask the referee while...
You do that. We're going to take a quick timeout. First half action underway and over. So not underway. We got second half action that will be starting here in less than 10 minutes. As Gary will find out what happened there at the very end. Halftime show will begin right after this.
Get expert home comfort and installation with Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning of Titusville. Now is a great time to schedule an appointment to have your furnace checked out before the colder days and nights ahead. It's also a great time to ask Vanderhoof about the Remy Halo, a patent-pending device designed to neutralize odors, air pollutants, smoke, mold bacteria, and viruses. Visit Vanderhoof online today to learn more or give them a call at 814-671-3226. Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning of Titusville.
Whoever said,
"It's only a dog,"
never loved a dog. Our philosophy is simple. We treat every dog as if it were our own, and believe us, we spoil our dogs. When dogs are comfortable, they're happy. The Barking Lot in Titusville is ready to make your dog happy by offering grooming services, daycare, and boarding. Call today to schedule an appointment, or better yet, stop in and discover a stranger, crazier, quirkier group of dog lovers at the Barking Lot in Titusville.
Exceptional care. That is what our team of compassionate experts at Titusville Area Hospital Orthopedics will provide. Whether you're experiencing aches and pains or have suffered from significant injury, we are here for you. Board-certified orthopedic surgeon Michael Dvorkin is highly experienced in treating all orthopedic and sports medicine conditions. No matter what the treatment may be, you can trust that we'll be here for you every step of the way, helping you get back to the life you enjoy. Learn more about our exceptional orthopedic care at titusvillehospital.org.
When it comes to your rehabilitation needs, you have a say in the kind of care you want to receive. At Anderson Physical Therapy, we are committed to your long-term health and well-being. We don't treat you like a patient, we treat you like a person, discussing your injury or condition and working with you on a game plan to get you back to better health. So stay on top of your game with a friendly and knowledgeable therapist at Anderson Physical Therapy.
Back here at the Ed Myer Complex for the Anderson Physical Therapy, Dr. Brooks halftime show. It is senior night here. As during the pregame, they were able to recognize the seniors tonight. And those seniors include the following. You have Mr. Cameron Cleveland, Campbell Sines, Joey Banner, Frank Barger, Aiden Muir, Ian Tudor, and we'll recognize the Oil City Oilers seniors here in a moment. But Gary, Oilers struck first and fast.
Very fast. I think a free kick was given away. Ooh, I mean, quite far out, really. About 20 yards, 25 yards. Hunter Freight is ruled to have given away a foul. And Titusville had a three-man wall, and you could see that Cyrus Williams, the Oil City number 3, one of their senior captains, certainly looked as though he wasn't going to cross the ball. It looked as though he was going to take a shot. And he fired the ball with both power and accuracy, curved the ball away from Joey Banner in goal, who made a valiant attempt to keep out the ball. But it went right into the top corner. I thought it was an absolutely magnificent strike.
You talked to the refs. What did you find out?
Yeah, I did. Like I say, I couldn't see any reason on the field why the goal had been ruled out. Cam Sainz had taken the corner, and the ball fell to Luke Rio.
I'll take it.
Luke Rio's offspring.
And here it is again, Gary.
Yeah, the far post. And Sam kind of scuffed his shot, which unfortunately for Sam so far has been the story of his half. And the fullback tried to clear the ball, and it bounced back into the net of his own player. I could see nothing wrong on the field, and I asked the referees why the goal had been disallowed, and they told me that it was because time had run out. I don't know. I mean, personally, I mean, if you're going to let the corner kick be taken, then you should let the play finish, I think.
Yeah. Well, hey, we got second half action. We'll see what happens, Gary. It's been exciting so far. This is the Anderson Physical Therapy, Dr. Timothy Brooks halftime show. Second half action coming up next.
Fall and football go hand in hand, just like yards and the products made by Steel. At Titusville True Value, we offer a full selection of Steel chainsaws, pole saws, leaf blowers, weed eaters, and hedge trimmers to prepare your yard for fun this fall. So get the full lineup of Steel's equipment so the chores are out of the way so you can go out to play. Steel, available now at your Titusville True Value. Behind every good project is your Titusville True Value.
Pennsylvania Hardwoods, a worldwide supplier of high-quality logs and lumber, is a proud sponsor of the Titusville Rockets. Located along Titusville Road in Pleasantville, Pennsylvania Hardwoods purchases standing timber and logs and some of the world's highest quality hardwood, which is growing right in your backyard. For a free appraisal, call Pennsylvania Hardwoods at 814-590-6730. Best of luck to the Titusville Rockets from Pennsylvania Hardwoods.
Since 1965, the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home has been dedicated to serving Titusville and surrounding communities. Mr. Garrett believed in tradition and commitment to excellence, standards that are still held to this day. He also believed in community and making Titusville the best place to live, work, and play. When you need us, we will be there for you, providing a dignified service at fair prices. This has been our foundation for 55 years. The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, 303 North Washington Street, Titusville.
Interstate Pipe and Supply means it when we say service means business. With a knowledgeable staff, full fleet of trucks, and large product offering, we can answer your questions and fill your orders, big job or small. Covering multiple applications and industries, we're not just a plumbing location, but a one-stop shop assisting homeowners and contractors quickly and efficiently. We are locally owned and make it our #1 priority to keep our customers returning and happy. We have been a staple in the Titusville community for 40+ years. Stop in today and let us service you. Good luck to the Titusville Rockets this year.
And that's going to wrap up our Anderson Physical Therapy, Dr. Timothy Brooks halftime show. We welcome you back here to the Ed Myer Complex. Our coverage of Rocket soccer this season, made possible by these great sponsors: Anderson Physical Therapy, by the Barking Lot, by the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, by Interstate Pipe and Supply, by Armstrong, by Oil Creek Plastics, by Community Connect Federal Credit Union, by Timothy S. Brooks, DPM, by Pennsylvania Hardwoods, by State Farm Insurance, by True Value Hardware, by Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning, by the Meadville Medical Center, Titusville Area Hospital, by Larry's Auto Service, by Booney Sports Bar, by the Colonial Machine Company, by Corky's Pizza, by the Titusville Beverage. And second half action here, just moments away here from the Myer Complex. Well, it was nice and warm this afternoon, and somebody turned the thermostat down, and we might have to call Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning to have them come out and maybe get that fixed here for us tonight, Gary.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely started to chill off. I know this morning I went out early. I think you're obviously out early, and I'm walking the dogs thinking I should have put on a pair of gloves.
Yeah, it was a bit chilly this morning. Yeah, both teams are making their way out on the field. They'll swap sides.
Yeah. Barger and Rio ready to kick off. We've got Bertis Frankie, number 19, on the left wing here. Side. Campbell signs. Knocks it to Logan Fish. And once more, Hunter Freitas being the leader in that Titusville defense. Nice turn by Frankie.
There's Cleveland in there again, Gary.
Yeah, playing that defensive midfield role.
Talk about unique haircuts. How about Bertis? Did you help him with that one?
Yeah, it's my style. Yeah, if you want to talk about hair, you need to talk to my daughter. Frank Barger neatly playing a 1-2 with Rio. Actually, that was Owen Ribb, not Rio. Yeah, you definitely need to get Sam to grow his hair. You know, all these kids with short hair, it's difficult to tell them apart. Either that or we need to get Owen to grow his. I know his grandmother very well. She used to work with me. Very nice lady.
You talk about a fast first half. I thought it was a fast halftime there.
Yeah. Well, I think it went fast because we were trying to work out why that goal had been disallowed.
Well, it seemed like you got a pretty quick answer.
It's funny, you walk towards the referees, and when they're walking off the field, they keep their heads down and walk straight because they don't really want to communicate with anybody.
Now, when you were doing that, did you practice that?
No, I was confrontational.
I was going to say, I think you enjoyed that, didn't you?
Yeah. That's part of the defensive midfield work we saw Cameron do there. Nice interception, awareness of what was going on the field, takes the ball off Cyrus Williams. Campbell again, trying to send signs through. And Josh Hackle giving Joey some goalkeeper catching practice. See, that's not something I expect to see from the Titusville Rockets.
Nice header.
Yeah, and offside. That's okay. When you're playing on the back line, you know, right up on the back line of the defense, you are going to get caught offside occasionally. Coaches don't mind that. They're waiting for the one time where you've caught the defense and you're behind them before they've had time to react, which worked well again. You know, we must emphasize, I mean, that tactic worked to perfection in the first half. The only imperfect thing was the finishing at the end.
Nice passing.
Again, this is what I expected to see from a Coach Timon team. And I think we're going to watch it develop as the season goes on, Luke. It's nice to see. Shot from Campbell.
Boy, Campbell's had some nice goals this season, off season.
Well, that was a nice move by the Titusville Rockets.
I like the teamwork.
Cam Sainz saw Cameron basically moving up, passed the ball back to him for the chance of a shot. Glass was very calm, you have to say, though, in the Oil City goal. Oh, I thought Frankie was going to be through there.
Almost looked like a screen.
Yeah, but Morrison there played. We got Damien Fike, who I don't think we saw in the first half, was flying down the right wing there for the Oilers. Decent shot coming in there from Williams. That's the kind of shot that we didn't see from Titusville. Balanced, hard, fast on the ground, and moving at speed. That's really what our forwards need to be working on. Get balance. I mean, it's like when we were coaching the kids in the second grade. What do we say? Head over the ball. Get balance, follow through with a foot. Cyrus Williams being harassed by Sainz, and see, Campbell didn't make a tackle there, but he forced the play wide, and he forced Cyrus to lose the ball. Good play, good play. Cameron Cleland, he seems to be moving a little bit further forward now. I wonder if the coaches have told him to push up a little bit in this half. Ian Tudor joined Freitas in centre of defence. I think you can describe Josh Herkel as a no-nonsense defender. When the ball comes near his penalty area, he's got one thing in mind: get it as far away from the goal as possible. He's not looking to pass to his teammates. He's just looking to defend.
Oil City making some nice adjustments here to come out in the second half.
Yeah, and Aidan Muir with some very tidy defensive work there. Didn't dive into tackle, just shepherded his man out to the side. Nice interplay between Cameron and Campbell there. Should I just call them two Cams?
There you go.
Sam Rio on the left wing now. What can Sam do? Plays a nice inside pass to one Cam. And I'm not sure. I think Sam must have gone offside there. The balloon arch that has been erected for the senior night looks really pretty, but it is an obstruction when you're trying to see into the far left side of the field.
Hey, you got the monitor.
Yeah, this is true. Modern technology. Oh, you know what?
I only spent 2 hours hooking it up for you, that's all.
Yeah, plus I'd need my grandkids to come in and tell me how it works. If I was refereeing, I would be calling Frank on foul throws. You're supposed to have the ball, see how he throws it sideways?
Yeah.
The ball's supposed to come all the way behind your head, and you're supposed to throw it forward. And personally, if I was refereeing, I would call foul throw, but I'm not refereeing.
How many things were tweaked in the off season before you started?
Here goes Sam again. This time. Well, he did place it, but he didn't get any power on it, and in the end, didn't really cause Glass any problems.
So, like in the offseason,
he did not break the glass ceiling.
He didn't there. In your meetings, would they tweak rules and techniques?
Yeah, usually offside rules. They always mess around with the handball rule. So it's like a dangerous attack here from Oil City. Williams on the ball, going for the shot. He had 3 men over on the left side there. Cyrus might have had a better opportunity to pass to one of his teammates there, I thought. Nice turn. Campbell, look at that hustle there.
Oil Creek Plastics with our replays this season. Hey, thanks to them.
Cameron wasn't giving Cyrus any inch at all there. Hustled him all the way. Long throw from Damien Fike. Again, you know, Damien's throwing technique there. He's kind of twisted his arm.
Could that be one of those things that got tweaked in the last couple years?
Yeah. I don't know why the Football Association didn't phone me up and let me know about it. So
you're on the list, right? I mean, you get Christmas cards or something from them.
Frank going for a long throw down the wing. Will he be looking for Frankie? Will he be looking for signs? He's looking for signs, but heading out by Kevin Morrison. Trying to look behind the balloons to see who's going for the ball. It's Campbell's signs, and Campbell's won a corner. How many corners has Campbell taken tonight?
A few.
Quite a number. I don't know if I remember one corner from Oil City, who still lead by that one goal. Shot from Frank, and it's another 3 points.
Some power behind it, though.
Some power behind it. But again, you lean back when you take a shot, the ball is going to rise. You know, you've got to move. You know, got to get your head over the ball. Some technical difficulties there. Old man losing his microphone for a second.
Hey, you sound a lot better now, Gary.
Well, it sounded a lot better then. You're probably right. Barger's beginning to dictate this game a little bit. Good crossfield ball. Titusville Rockets are in at last, and they've scored at last. Well, that was started by Frank Barger winning the ball in midfield. Put the ball out wide to Campbell Signs. Campbell with a nice knock into the centre. Found Luke Rio. Luke Rio again.
I'll take it, Gary. I'll take it.
Luke Rio scores once more. Vicariously through his son.
That's right.
And at last, Sam found himself in front of goal with time and managed to actually pick his spot to equalise for the Titusville Rockets. Score: Titusville Rockets 1, Oil City Oilers 1. Good hustle again by Cameron. Cleveland is having what is called a quietly effective game. Doing nothing really spectacular, but doing an awful lot of dirty work for the team. Setting a solid foundation for our stars, shall we say, to shine.
Well, and that's the beauty of a team sport, Gary, because you can't have those people stand out if other people aren't doing what they're supposed to do. So they're all important people.
I think that must be about the 6th shot, I think, from Cyrus Williams. And he's not managed to come up with one quite as spectacular as he's won within the first 5 minutes of the game so far. The French manager, a guy called Didier Deschamps, an excellent soccer player, and he used to describe his position, or someone described it as being the water carrier. You know, he did everybody else's dirty work, you know, sort of covered for everybody, flew into tackles, did all of the unspectacular play that, as you say, you need in a team game, and he excelled at it. I'm not going to describe Cleland as a water carrier, but he's definitely been a midfield carrier for Titusville so far in this game. Look at that battling aggression from Campbell Signs. He's vindicating everything I said about him before the game started.
I think he did it just for you, right?
Absolutely.
It's interesting to me, too, Gary, to see the physicality part of soccer and even just here in Northwest Pennsylvania, how it's different, how Erie County's physicality is a lot different than, say, Crawford or Venango.
Yeah. Well, the ball's coming. Well, 3 Titusville defenders around it. Bertis Frankie puts it down the wing. Gamble can't quite keep it in. And Damien Fike, who's impressed me since he came on in his second half, takes the throw. Neat punt forward there by Drayton Dill. If the Rockets can get this ball, yep, Signs picks it up.
Doesn't look to be as clean as the first half.
No, well,
What I mean, the sharpness of the passes.
Yeah, tiredness begins to set in. Play gets a little bit more ragged, open if you like.
Not that they're tired or anything.
Yeah, no. Well, again, you start to get little battles going on in the, on the field as opposing players kind of get to know each other a little bit. You know, they can't pass little pleasantries such as, "Oh, I think you might have tapped my ankle there, my friend." "Oh, I'm sorry." "Well, next time you come near me, maybe I will tap your ankle." So the aggressiveness quotient begins to rise. Sam Rio looking for Liam Thompson, or there's that no-nonsense defending from Josh again. I think I'm going to call his clearances the Hackle Hacker.
There you go. Colin Wagner in the game.
Yeah.
You mentioned how much fun he was to watch last year in the youth soccer league.
Yeah, very confident young player, but not cocky. Someone who plays with enthusiasm, wants to run all day, and generally, one of those players who plays with a smile on his face.
Yep.
So if you ever played forward with Sam, they'd make quite a good pairing, opposites there. Good teaming, I think. I think Coach Timon is using his squad very well. He's used an awful lot of his players in this game so far.
It was nice to see former Coach Whalen here. We mentioned Joe Thompson, assistant coach to the team the last several years, and it's great that they're still actively supporting these players who they've gotten to know over the years.
Absolutely. Well, you asked me earlier, what my favorite position was when I was playing, and when I came to the States, I enjoyed playing midfield because I found that, I didn't have to do a lot of running because I was good at passing the ball. And I played with Doc Whalen, Rich Whalen, a few times. And he used to tell me that he loved playing with me because I would find him with a ball all the time. So... Coming up to about halfway through this second period, score still tied. So that was a nice little pass from Colin into Sam. Birdie's Frankie picks the ball up, tries to push it through the Cam Signs. I'm impressed with some of the attempted passing movements and the way of playing that the Rockets have shown us this evening. Like we said earlier, the only thing that's been missing has been the finishing in front of goal. Cyrus Williams picking the ball up, being persuaded by Aidan Muir, ball bouncing around, and I think that will be a goal kick. Came off, I think it was number 19, Andrew Fox. The air is definitely getting a little bit chillier, isn't it, Luke?
What? I felt bad at first. I'm wearing a sweater because it was 30-some degrees when I went to work this morning. And then my wife said, boy, it's going to be warm for you. I think it was for maybe 45 minutes. Now I don't regret the sweater.
Titusville bunching up a little bit there. Coach won't want to see that. Signs recovers the ball, sends a beautiful ball through. Outside of his foot and a good, Now that was an excellent bit of play by the Titusville Rockets. Signs played a beautiful ball into the path of Rio. Rio took it first time in stride, on balance, and hit a really nice cross shot, which unfortunately went past the wrong side of the post. As far as the Titusville Rockets were concerned. Glass seemed particularly unconcerned, though, didn't he, in the Noah's goal? Nothing to worry about, Got it covered.
It's our Oil Creek Plastics instant replay.
Yeah, lovely bit of play by Campbell. Fighting and aggressive the ball, wins the ball and plays a magnificent pass through to Thompson. Might be the wrong replay, that, I'm not sure.
You mentioned how nice it is to have a crowd here. Of course, socially distant, wearing their masks. You get to see some of those fans here. Rocket football Friday night, a little different. If you're looking for a place to watch it, you can visit our friends at Boonies. They got wings Thursday night. And you can watch the Rockets play this Saturday as they host the Franklin Knights.
Is that right? When the football team is playing away, then the band and the cheerleaders perform at the Carter Field?
Band is playing Friday night, but that's because the Rockets play Saturday.
Oh, okay.
And cheerleaders are able to go to the games.
Oh, that's good. Thompson fighting for the ball out on the Titusville right wing. Colin Wagner picks up the ball. It's very nicely balanced player, Colin Wagner. He's got a very easy running style, as is this man. Cyrus Williams. Cyrus.
Oh.
Now that's what the coaches, I'm sure, want to see. I was expecting Cyrus Williams to have another go at goal and ignore his teammates. Instead, he played a 90-degree pass, picked out one of his teammates who had a really good shot, and unfortunately for Oil City, he put it past the wrong side of the framework of the goal. Nice work there by Logan Fish, playing it right back for the Titusville Rockets. Referee seen some infringement that we didn't see.
Gary, at what point as a player are you looking at the clock going, okay, we're running out of time? And 16 minutes is a lot of time.
Yeah, 16 minutes is a lot of time, but the best teams don't panic. Doesn't matter what time it is. I mean, you need to push forward for a goal. Oh, he's lining up another one, Williams. Let's see what the outcome is this time. Well, I think we can safely say that as good as the first free kick was, that was probably the opposite.
Senior for this team, also a leader for this team, senior captain Cyrus Williams.
J.J. Glass in goal is another, and as is number 9, Kevin Morrison. Oil City, they've got a fairly balanced grade setup as well. They've got 5 seniors, 5 juniors, 3 sophomores, and 4 freshmen. So looks like they've got a bit of a pipeline also. Liam Thompson. Well, Sam Rio will have to go somewhat to catch that ball, and he does. Ow! Well, I was about to say that Sam Rio would have to have the speed of a gazelle to catch that ball, because I thought he had no chance of getting it. But maybe he does have the speed of a gazelle, because he did set himself up, and he'll probably think that he really should have scored there. Again, how many chances have the Rockets had this evening, Luke? Clear-cut chances at that. Titusville trying to play some neat football through the middle of the park. Thwarted this time by the Oilers, who are coming forward in droves. But Logan Fish, stout defensive work, shadowing the Oil City attackers. Fish dives in and forces a turnover, and unfortunately forces another turnover. Wayward pass hits Cleland on the backside, but all is good as Freitas has picked up the ball. Trying to catch Cam. Nice footwork by Williams.
And a big sigh there.
Big sigh. That should have been a goal. Oil City had 2 people over on that far post. And Damian Fike had the opportunity to score. But unfortunately for Damian and his teammates, he kind of snatched at it. And the ball kind of went off the outside of his foot. And he didn't really get a clean connection on the ball. Damian's definitely getting some throwing practice today, though. Here goes Luke Barnett. Chandler Last there, coming away with the ball.
You can see Oil City's energy has increased here.
Yeah. Cam Bradley trying to force his way past Muir, but can't do so. Now, Titus midfield got a bit of room here. Signs, neat pass to Owen, who plays the ball down to Liam Thompson.
Good hustle, good footwork.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, I mean, it's good to watch, Luke. It really is. Titusville aren't relying on 1 or 2 players. I think last year they had an excellent run, but I think we had a couple of outstanding players. Nick Wright, one of them. And
Derek Beach.
A couple of others who really shone. This year, this Titusville team is what I would call a team, and they're all playing for each other. Not that last year they weren't playing for each other, but there seems to be an ethic that's being imprinted upon this team this year. Good corner, and oh, there's going to be an own goal. Tremendous clearance off the line there. Trying to work out who it was. That was a great corner in by Campbell Signs. Put it into what kind of known as the corridor of uncertainty. Adrian Muir pursuing Cameron Bradley. It's quite a battle. Chandler last. Chandler comes out with the ball. Not quite. And Cameron with the throw. Good interception by Ian Tudor, and the ball bounces off an Oil City player for a goal kick for the Titusville Rockets. Around about 10 minutes to go. Titusville Rockets 1. Oil City Oilers 1. Titusville had a goal chalked off. Well, I don't suppose it was chalked off because they basically scored on 40 minutes and 1 second. The referees decided that time had run out of the half. Good defensive work again by Ian Tudor there, preventing a shot at goal. Cyrus Williams coming over to take the corner kick on the Oil City right-hand side. High in the penalty area.
Boy,
Frank Varga.
His height came in
to
play there.
That looked like a slam dunk at basketball the way that Frank rose. I know why I like Cyrus Williams as a player. He's left-footed. I'm left-footed. Well, I was until I had my left knee replaced. I think the energy levels begin to go down a little bit, but not from this Rocket side. Sides plays a beautiful ball over the top. Rio's in again. Oh, excellent save. Brave save by J.J. Glass. He was certainly crystal there. Signs aggressively winning the ball back fairly. What a game he's had. What a game this man's had as well. Williams trying to push his way all the way through Titusville Rocket defense and thwarted at the last minute by Hudson Freitas. Well, I just said that energy levels seem to be dropping, and once again the commentator's curse comes to bite you as energy levels on both sides were certainly raised then. Looks like we have an injury. And looks like Signs, who's probably got a whack on his knee there. Play is going off for a timeout, it would appear, Luke. The clock has stopped with 8 minutes and 6 seconds left on the clock.
Gary, again, honoring the seniors here tonight. Recognizing Cameron Cleland. Campbell Signs.
Both having fine games this evening.
Yeah, Joe Banner, goalkeeper. Frank Barger, forward. Aiden Muir on defense. And Ian Tudor on defense.
Yeah, I've not seen Ian play before. He's putting in a fine stint at right back. The whole Titusville defense, I think, has played very well. They're not necessarily flying in at tackles, but every time Oil City break through, they're kind of hurting them, you know, putting themselves in position where they're, hassling the Oil City forward, so they're making mistakes and putting the ball out of play quite often.
And there's your Oil City seniors. Cyrus Williams, J.J. Glass, Luke Barnetts, Kevin Morrison, Jeremy Miller. Congratulations to those seniors.
Yeah, they've all played well this evening as well. Good clearance. Well, if Signs was hurt, he's showing no signs of it now as he's forced the ball through to Liam Thompson. And the hackle hacker comes across to clear the ball. I really do like a no-nonsense defender. Too often you find defenders there, who think, "Oh, I'll just play my way out of trouble." I like somebody who decides, "Hey, I'm just going to kick the ball as far as I can." I'm sure the Oil City coaches appreciate what Josh does as well. Time and again, though, the speed of the Titusville Rockets has been a little bit much for the Oil City defense, who are quite a big unit, but quite physical. Certainly, certainly not subtle in the way they clear the ball, but they don't seem to be good on the turn, and Titusville have exploited that a lot tonight. But again, we have to emphasize they've just not taken advantage of it, which is why the score still remains 1 apiece.
Yeah, there's Cleveland again.
Yep. Cameron never seems to be in a hurry, does he? I mean, if you look at the two cams, to compare them, Cameron is, like I say, so Cameron's kind of quietly effective, whereas Campbell, I mean, he's just a little fireball of energy, isn't he?
He is, yes.
Combination of hustle and excellent play. And there he is trying a shot. Dealt with easily by Glass, it must be said, in the Oil City goal. Strikes me as being a very calm goalkeeper, J.J. Glass. Defenders like that. They don't like to see their goalkeepers panic and shout. Here comes Williams again, through the middle. Met by an unflinching Ian Tudor. Liam Thompson, stopped by Josh Hackle, I mean. Chandler Last has had a good 5 or 10 minutes. Jace Eaton has had a good 5 or 10 minutes since he came on. Number 17, showing plenty of hustle. Logan Fish now, come on. Logan's been playing in defense. Looks as though he's been told to play up. kind of plays into what you were saying about 15 minutes to go, Luke, when you were saying, you know, at what point do you start to really push for a winning goal? And I think that's on mine. That's a huge throw. But unfortunately, it set Oil City on the attack. But good hustle by Logan Fish there. Here's Thompson, he shoots. Oh, he's passed the ball across. Intercepted there. By Kevin Morrison. Oh, and down goes Williams. Williams is tripped on the edge of the Titusville penalty area, and I guarantee that Cyrus Williams is going to hit this. I absolutely guarantee that Cyrus Williams is going to try and do his best to put the Oil City Oilers ahead with 3 minutes of time remaining. Titusville Walls. Looks like everybody's back there. Well, he did hit it.
Got a couple stabs at it.
Yeah, I didn't really hit it that hard, did he? Didn't really get as much power in that shot as I think he would have liked to have done. And Titusville's yellow wall, Great Wall of China, stood firm. Down to the last 2 minutes. Can one of these teams snatch a winning goal? Muir now trying to hold off Bradley, which he does. And Fike is going to go for the long throw. And it kind of slipped out of his hands, really. Picked up by Bertis Franke. Fike tries again. Plays a bit scrappy at the moment, but now picked up by Frank Barger. Frank moving upfield. Streaks down the left wing, crosses the ball in, looking for signs, but cut out by Hackle, who's had a quite outstanding game in the center of that Oil City defense. Long throw. Hackle heads it away, ball bouncing all over the place. Ball played across, but picked up by Liam Thompson. Liam shoots!
Oh!
Well, glass was crystal there with that save. That could be a match-saving save by J.J. Glass. That was not an easy ball to deal with, and he managed to dive upon it. And now it's the Oilers' turn to see if they can snatch a winner in the last minute. Sending all the players up. Ball comes into the Titusville half, but easily cleared by Muir. Picked up by Signs. The ball's, it's like a basketball game, back and forth. Frank Barger trying to run through. He shoots.
Oh.
And it's saved by J.J. Glass, and I think that possibly might be the last chance of the game. Certainly in regulation. Frankie running after the ball. It's gone out for a throw-in. Barger going to take it. And that's it. At the end of regulation, it's 1-1. Do we have overtime in these games? I can't remember.
We did last year, didn't we?
Yeah,
We had a couple last
yeah.
year. Let's see what they do here.
Yeah.
Why don't we take...
Well, it looks like it because the clock's counting down from 5 minutes.
Why don't we take a quick timeout, and we'll come back and bring you some overtime action here from the Ed Myer complex. Things tied up 1-1. Hard to believe. What a match. We'll be back.
Community Connect Federal Credit Union is here for you. In a world of uncertainty, isn't it nice to know some things haven't changed? Like Community Connect's commitment to their members and community. We are here to help you save, plan, invest, grow, and sometimes move forward into new opportunities or adventures. Community Connect FCU has many options available, and becoming a member is pretty easy. Stop in, call, or visit our website at communityconnectfcu.com and click Join to get started. Community Connect Federal Credit Union, 1050 East Spring Street, Titusville.
Yeah, I'm married. Doesn't matter. You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis? Hey, do they ever ask you what you're wearing?
Yeah.
Red sweater, button-down shirt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Your Armstrong services are more important than ever. There are more and more connected devices in the home these days. To get the most out of your experience, you need a network that is always getting better. You deserve superior performance, and that's what Armstrong offers every day. Whether you're working from home, enjoying your favorite content together, or simply catching up while apart, count on Armstrong to keep you connected to what matters most.
For 48 years, Oil Creek Plastics has provided quality, service, and integrity to their customers and community. Their talented and committed employees strive to deliver to their clients the best products that are American-made. In that spirit, our high school athletes show commitment to their school and community, excelling at every event. In these times of uncertainty, community comes together. Oil Creek Plastics is proud to support the Titusville Rockets and continue traditions that are made in the USA.
And welcome to the first overtime here with 10 minutes that will go on the clock here, Gary, and sudden death we're looking at.
Yeah, we clarified with the referees who said that basically going to play 10 minutes. If nobody has scored, there'd be a 2-minute break, and then there'd be another 10 minutes. After that, I think we'll go home. But if one team scores within either of those time frames, then the game is over. So basically, it's literally next goal wins. And I think these two teams are, basically, I think it's a game of attrition now. Towards the end of that game, the ball was just going back and forth. And I think it's probably going to be decided on a mistake by either of these teams rather than a creative move. Both teams are tired, and some of the slick soccer that we saw in the first half was not quite as evident in the second half. Although, having said that, Titusville put together quite a few nice moves, as did Oil City, particularly when Cyrus Williams, the Oil City number 3, found his teammates with some neat passing in the Titusville Rocket penalty area, but his fellow forwards could not take advantage. Titusville certainly had their chances in this game. 4 or 5 times they've been one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and I don't know if Oil City goalkeeper J.J. Glass has got hypnotic eyes, and but he seems to be getting into the psyche of the Titusville forwards, as they've not really managed to test him that much. So we'll see how we go. We're getting ready for the first period of extra time. And it's going to be the Oilers who are going to kick off. Williams being harassed by Barger. Williams managed to wriggle free, but does not get past Rib. Barger picks the ball up, sends the ball down the wing. for Titusville Rockets to run at it. Hackle clears it. Only manages to hit his own man, though. Picked up by Signs. Signs plays the ball forward, but it's cleared by the Oil City defense. Signs with a nice back heel to pick the ball up. Good crossfield ball to Frank Barger. Frank can't quite bring it under control. Aidan Muir neatly makes the tackle, passes the ball, tries to find Campbell. Eventually the ball ricochets off the leg of Cameron Bradley for a Titusville throw. And the long arms of Frank Barger are going to take it. Or, no, he's given up that duty to Aidan Muir. Bit of a wasted run there from Frank.
Let's see if they switch it there.
Yeah.
Switch it again.
I'm sure it was a tactic to fool people.
But it seems like we always get these really good matches here, Gary. I think there was a couple games last year that went into overtime that we did.
Yeah, there was one game that ended in a fist fight, if you remember.
That was a few years ago.
It was quite memorable. That's why I bring it up.
I think that was maybe 2-3 years ago. Titusville and Eisenhower, I think.
Yeah.
Eisenhower, wow, what a strong program there.
They have, yeah. Cleland and Williams together, as they have been quite a bit in this game. It's been a good contest. There's not been any real friction between any of the players. There's not been any
no, a lot of respect.
Ill will, yeah. Clearance by Logan Fish. Hackle trying to shot from 60 yards. Did I tell you I like Josh Hackle?
Well, I like his toughness. Campbell's aggressive. A lot of talent there.
But it's aggressiveness that's in the right way.
Right.
You know, it's not over the top. It's not nasty. It's fighting to win the ball. What's the phrase? Hard but fair.
Yeah.
And he's certainly been my man of the match. That was a beautiful bit of skill there to knock the ball over. Set it up, Frank. Frank scores! Campbell Signs in overtime, wins the ball. A delightful bit of skill to pull him away from the Oil City defender. And then he plays a wonderful through ball to Frank Barger. Frank kept his cool and calmly slotted the ball besides J.J. Glass and settles the game. The score being the Titusville Rockets 2, the Oil City Oilers 1. And we only had a little less than 4 minutes of overtime. Here's the goal.
Wow.
Calmness personified there from Frank Barger. Goalkeeper really made it difficult for him. You know, J.J. Glass came out, basically said, okay, Frank, make your mind up. What are you going to do? And Barger didn't panic. He just picked his spot and calmly, accurately passed the ball into the net.
Well, and a fitting end to senior night here tonight. Having a senior score your game-winning goal.
Absolutely, and a senior setting it up as well.
There you go. Yeah, well said, Gary. Well, let's take a quick time out. We'll come back and talk about this match here tonight. This is Titusville Rocket Boys Soccer on Stream TV. We'll be right back.
Your Armstrong services are more important than ever. There are more and more connected devices in the home these days. To get the most out of your experience, you need a network that is always getting better. You deserve superior performance, and that's what Armstrong offers every day. Whether you're working from home, enjoying your favorite content together, or simply catching up while apart, count on Armstrong to keep you connected to what matters most.
Hospital partners, Meadville Medical Center and Titusville Area Hospital together provide a continuum of high-quality care across Crawford County. Both create the ultimate patient experience. Every patient, every time. Meadville Medical Center and Titusville Area Hospital are more than a hospital. We are a hospital partner, a community partner, a family partner, and a health partner.
Pennsylvania Hardwoods, a worldwide supplier of high-quality logs and lumber, is a proud sponsor of the Titusville Rockets. Located along Titusville Road in Pleasantville, Pennsylvania Hardwoods purchases standing timber and logs and some of the world's highest quality hardwood, which is growing right in your backyard. For a free appraisal, call Pennsylvania Hardwoods at 814-590-6730. Best of luck to the Titusville Rockets from Pennsylvania Hardwoods.
Get expert home comfort and installation with Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning of Titusville. Now is a great time to schedule an appointment to have your furnace checked out before the colder days and nights ahead. It's also a great time to ask Vanderhoof about the Remy Halo, a patent-pending device designed to neutralize odors, air pollutants, smoke, mold bacteria, and viruses. Visit Vanderhoof online today to learn more or give them a call at 814-671-3226. Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning of Titusville.
Whoever said,
"It's only a dog,"
never loved a dog. Our philosophy is simple. We treat every dog as if it were our own, and believe us, we spoil our dogs. When dogs are comfortable, they're happy. The Barking Lot in Titusville is ready to make your dog happy by offering grooming services, daycare, and boarding. Call today to schedule an appointment, or better yet, stop in and discover a stranger, crazier, quirkier group of dog lovers at the Barking Lot in Titusville.
And welcome to the Corky's Pizza Titusville Beverage post-game show here at the Ed Myer Complex as the Rockets win it in overtime, 2-1. Gary, let's talk about the game real quick before we lose light.
Okay, and before we start to freeze to death as well.
Yeah.
Well, in the first 5 minutes, I think it was a very entertaining game. May I say that from the start? I think both teams definitely contributed to a really wonderful spectacle this evening. In the first 5 minutes of the game, you kind of wondered where the Titusville Rockets were. You know, they didn't seem to turn up. And the first 5 minutes was absolutely dominated by the Oil City Oilers, in particular by their one of their senior captains, Cyrus Williams, who scored a goal that a professional soccer player would be proud of. A spectacular free kick from way out, which had swerve, pace, and power, and beat Joey Banner in the Titusville goal. Absolutely gave him no chance because it went into the top left-hand corner. And then after that, the Titusville Rockets began to get back into the game. We began to see some intricate passing movements for the Rockets start to pay off. And there were some lovely through balls played by Owen Ribb, by Campbell Signs, being backed up. These players were going forward, being ably supported by Cameron Cleland, who was kind of holding the fort, so to speak. And there were balls that were being played over the top to Titusville attackers. Sam Rio ran onto quite a number of them, and unfortunately it wasn't really Sam's day in front of goal. And he had quite a numerous few chances that really should have tested the J.J. Glass in the Oil City goal, but it didn't really come to fruit. And then we had a really strange end to the first half. There was a corner for Titusville, taken by Signs, went to the back post of Rio, who flashed his foot at it, put it towards the Oil City goal. The Oil City fullback kicked it out, but against the back of his own player, and it went into the net as an own goal. And the goal was disallowed. And at the time, we couldn't see any reason why, but it turns out that the first half time clock had run out. So Titusville were like a second or two too late to have the ball in the back of the net. And in the second half, it was a much more even contest, although I think I have to say that I think Titusville probably created the most chances, but Oil City certainly had two clear-cut chances that their forwards fluffed their lines in front of goal, which were caused by Williams playing the ball from the left wing, a 90-degree ball across the Titusville penalty area, and unfortunately his fellow teammates could not take advantage. And then as the game went towards the end of the second half, play got a bit more ragged, mistakes were being made, and I think I said it was like a basketball game. The ball was just going from one end of the field to the other. There were some outstanding defensive performances from both teams. As you might have guessed from my commentary, I was particularly impressed by Josh Hackle from Oil City. But Titusville defense, I thought, played really well. Ian Tudor, who I had not seen before, looked a very neat and tidy player, as did on the other side Logan Fish. I think I might have called Andy a couple of times.
Yep.
Apologies, Logan. And but Hudson Freitas, I thought marshaled the defense excellently.
Yep.
And we saw some really good performances from some players who we're going to see for a number of years. Owen Ribb, we saw Collie Wagner come on. And so all in all, very entertaining game, and I think it bodes well for the rest of the season. I'm looking forward to seeing this team play.
And we're planning on seeing them a lot. So finally here, 2-1 in overtime. Congratulations to all the seniors, both on the Rocket team and the Oiler team. That's going to do it for us. For Gary Barnes, Adam Bodemer, I'm Luke Rio. Thank you so much for joining us for Rocket Soccer. Our coverage brought to you this season by Anderson Physical Therapy, by The Barking Lot, by the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, by Interstate Pipe and Supply, by Armstrong, by Oil Creek Plastics, by Community Connect Federal Credit Union, by Dr. Timothy Brooks, by Pennsylvania Hardwood, by State Farm Insurance, by True Value Hardware, by Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning, by the Meadville Medical Center, Titusville Area Hospital, by Larry's Auto Service, by Booney's Sports Bar, by the Colonial Machine Company, by Corky's Pizza, and by the Titusville Beverage. Thanks again for joining us here for Rocket Soccer. And here's a game-winning goal from Mr. Frank Barger.